Boom, baby, boom. Rise and shine. It's your morning motivation time. Your boy Say is feeling blessed again. I know your boy be getting depressed, and maybe this is my bipolar behavior, but I'm spitting this morning. I'm a bit hungover from hanging out with my friends, but I needed my friends to get by. And if it wasn't for my friends here in Finland, I don't think I would have made it mentally. And this is why I have to talk about mental disorders and depression and get your mind right every morning because it's that important. And that's what we're going to talk about this morning. We're going to park and spark. We're going to fucking sit here, enjoy the view, check out all the dudes, check out the construction almost done. Dude was I know my construction. They're good. So I'm a by girls. I was learning Finnish. People were drinking. Some people were crying. Some people were smoking. That includes me. That's what's gonna have to be sometimes, bro. Sometimes it's not on time. Sometimes your brain will just play tricks on you. Like I was saying about the Spain thing, when I was there in Spain, some of that shit affected me, where I couldn't shake my depression. Last night, my friends wanted to talk about the abortion. They're like, why are you traveling right now? I'm like, for the healing. My heart is broken. And I'm empty inside, and I tell my friends, and they go, bro, I don't even have the words. And I wanted to cry. I wanted to write an angry email. I wanted to be sad inside. So I started drinking with my friends. It's kind of like my recent cure-all is having a few beers with the Finland boys. It's almost like being in an Irish pub or an English pub. You like when in Rome, do as the Romans. I'm not a big drinker though. Thank God my friend gave me some weed so I can enjoy it. But damn, bro, it's hard when you're out here in the world and people don't know if they're loved. They have issues. It comes out, especially when people are drinking. I saw one dude pass the fuck out. So bad that security had to lean him up and call the police, and the police had to wake him up. They tried rubbing on his heart. He's like passing the fuck out on him. Something like, what's your address, bro? If he could have said his address, they would have put him in a taxi. Instead, they didn't even know his ID. They had to put gloves on, find his ID, put him in the paddy wagon, and he probably spent his night in jail. I heard that they let him out in the morning, but it's such a thing that they actually grab people and they just bring them wherever the fuck they want to go. I think it's fucking crazy, but it's true. And that's what life is. It's so true. When you're living your truth, you kind of stop lying to yourself, and you start seeing your habits. You start seeing your patterns. You start seeing your childhood, and you see how you react to people. And it's a deep level of people. You know what I mean? I really got people were nice to see me at the bar. Those guys were fucking super cool. He's like, I thought I never was gonna see you again. I was like, why, Tommy? I'm like, fucking, I'm here, bro. And the other chick's like, you're all over Europe and shit. No. And I'm like, yeah, but you still got to wear my shirt. I saw my buddy at the bathroom. I'm like, you fucker. And I'm like, you just read my messages and I'm trying to give you this shirt. He's like, my bad, bro. I've been going through it. We've all been going through it, bro. That's what life's about. That's why I do the show, is to talk about mental health all the time. It's so important to me to wake up clear. And right now I'm going to dinner with my friends, and hey buddy, what's up, Dursum? Oscar, nice to see you, bro. I'm headed to dinner with my friends here in a minute. These are my girls since 15 years ago. You gotta take care of the girls. One's my ex-girlfriend actually, but it's our little crew, and they're making dinner for me since I couldn't afford taking them out to sushi. They're making dinner for me, and it's like all the moms are having enough time to get off and support the saint and have a nice dinner and be together. And that's what it takes for me to heal myself, which I will travel to heal. I think I need to make a shirt because it's so important to fucking heal yourself. It's so important to talk to yourself. It's so important to read books. It's so important to exercise. It's so important to have friends. It's so important to have nights out. It's so important to be social. These things are so imperative, not only for my mental health, but for humans in general, bro. Like, we all have this thing, and it's the thing that we all need the most. And that's what I was starting to dawn in on me. You know, my friends are isolating themselves, and then now they're licking on pierced nipples. You're like, yeah, bro, that's what you need, bro. You need that. And last night I needed to put the sticker on the wall. I've been having this fucking, I'm gonna put a sticker there, I'm gonna put a sticker there, I'm gonna put a sticker there. Every time I walk past this place, and I finally gotta fucking do it. It's on my fucking Instagram, at Saints Addiction. My clandestine activities, these designs that I have in my head, and now are stickers, and I'm slapping them everywhere, and I'm trying to get rid of all my Finland stickers before I leave, preparing myself. My friend's already in Thailand. He's like, Mark, you know all the stalls that used to be family marts? Yeah, well, every corner is now fucking weed. And I'm like, I gotta get there, bro. I gotta do this business. And you know what? I'll tell you what really fucking churned me around. I'll be honest with you guys. The thing that really churned me around was, like, the doors were closed. This is some salesman shit right now, right? Homeboy's like, oh, we're not gonna make shirts with him, where he's in competition. They don't even have shirts, and he wouldn't even let me come in to promote his own smoke shop right down the street from me. I even went outside and shook this dude's hand. No response to the email, and he's like, yeah, I think that dude's in competition with me. I think it's a bad idea. I was like, you know what? Let me call the dude that did order from me. Super cool dude, wants to have a little a shop in help on Hakanoa, other city over, where I've been making money. And he's like, yeah, bro, let's make a day of it, man. Let's make a raffle. Let's put things in the bag. You can put in one of your shirts. I'll put in one of my shirts. Everybody that purchases 10 euros of something, that'll be one fucking entry into the raffle, and somebody will win it. And I was like, that's perfect. I'll put some Mike Tyson papers in there. I got you on the shirts. This is going to be fucking fantastic. And we'll have them make an event of it. So every Saturday from here on out, this Saturday is dinner with the girls. Next Saturday is my homies coming in on the train from the Laparandas. He's coming down into Helsinki, and we're going to walk around and go talk to some more smoke shops. And then the next weekend is this event at the smoke shop, making fucking shirts live, so I can earn enough money so I can go to Thailand and my friends won't be so worried about me. You feel me? So that's what it is. You know, life is knocking on doors, and when they're closed, you got to kind of keep knocking. I mean, something in my soul goes like, of course I wanted to have this child. Of course I wanted to be married to this woman. Of course I thought my life would go in a different direction, and it's sad that it hasn't. It's sad that I have to sit on that couch and tell my friends sad news, and they don't even know what to say. And it's sad that fucking I've been to South Korean prison. I gotta tell those stories too. I don't like talking about it. You know what I mean? Like homelessness. At first I thought I wanted to talk about it with the world, and I thought I was special because of this, but you know, I'm not special. I'm another human being too. I just a really determined human being, and that's all that's different. You know, I wasn't trying to fucking be the next Napoleon. There's no grandiosity in here. I had to check myself, you know, with my empathy. I had to check myself with my narcissism. I had to have conversations about my patterns. And that's what Saints Addiction was all about. It's like, if I'm having these kind of reactions, if I'm living these kind of patterns, what kind of results will I get? And that was this whole experiment with Travel by Saints. Before I even traveled, before I even knew the name of my business, before mostly Saints ever existed, Halo and Horns, any of these logos, I was sitting in a Thailand island saying, I'm so happy. How do I keep this going? And that's what I wanted to fucking do. I want to keep it fucking going. Thought I heard my buddy. But anyway, yeah, keeping the happiness, the smile on your face. You know, my buddy, he's been all stoic and he's like, I need time, and he's tripping in his mind and being really quiet. And I'm like, do you want to talk about it, bro? We haven't talked in like 2 years. Let's talk, you know, let's talk it out. And guess what ends up happening? Boom, he gets some young girl, half his age. They get some action, and now all of a sudden I'm like, you got something in your beard, bro. You got a little, is that a smile? Yeah, it's all in your beard. Yeah, big old smile. And that's what it takes sometimes, you know. It takes a little bit of shine. It takes us to remember that we are human, and that this is a life race. That's the important thing. Life is the important thing. You know, it's the most important thing that we got going for us, is the life that we live, and the quality of life that we live, and what we do with our time, because life is that important. For most people, they don't know how important their life is. They just waste it, and then they sit in the phone, and they sit alone, and they don't go anywhere, and it ends up going everywhere. It affects us. as human beings. It affects us when we're not fucking being efficient. It affects us when we don't live in a clean environment. It affects us if we're not eating good food. These things are all just like known facts, but it's not something I think we really tune into. Like how important is our mental health and checking in on ourselves and making sure that we are living a blessed life and that we have a life that we can admire and love and that we do things. So that's what I've been doing, dude. I've been doing things. I've been getting myself up and moving myself. I was sitting there, couldn't sleep at all, insomnia a lot the other night, and then I ended up staying up till 9 o'clock in the morning, and then I finally got some sleep 9 to 2. But then when I got up, they were my friends, and they're like, "Yo, let's all hang out together." And I was like, "Yeah, let's all hang out together, bro. Let's go do things, man. Let's go out and explore. Let's go make an adventure of it." And that's what I keep telling my friends. I was like, "Bro, I'm just living before I die." He's like, "I'm a little bit envious of your travels," and I was like, "Yeah, but I was going to die, bro. Like I'm dying inside. Like there's not enough money in the world to exchange my freedom. Freedom is priceless. Peace of mind is priceless. And but most of all, this is us as human beings, um, trying to maintain some kind of happiness, some type of gratefulness, some type of enjoyment from this process that we call life, and know that life is the best game going. Without it, you don't get the experiences, you don't get the taste, and it's not a figure. I know a lot of people want to probably buy a yacht, and look at this crow. Somebody might want to buy a yacht, and somebody might want to fucking spend money on a thing or do something else, but in all actuality, none of that shit matters, bro. None of that shit matters. What matters is your quality of life. And that's why I keep telling my friends, I know I'm going to eat. I know I'm going to eat well. I know I got shelter. I know I got somebody to support me. And back to the basics, food, clothing, and shelter. Hell, even my friend gave me a starter jacket. So now I'm warm, so I'm going to be sheltered. I'm going to be clothed. I'm going to be fed. And when I go to dinner, my friends are going to feed me not only with food, but energy. And that's where it's really coming from. Because at first I was like, how am I going to make income? I'm trying to sell t-shirts in the snow. And it's like, fuck, dude, this is almost impossible. And then I was like, you know what, fuck this dude. I don't like his vibe. He don't want to fucking respond to me. I'm going to go somewhere else. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to make an event and promote it and do this whole fucking thing. And 2 weeks from now, I'll be making shirts in a smoke shop because I created it. Not only did I create a shirt shop and an idea before it even happened, I had to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what? If I have designs, then I can sell design. And if I have shirts, then I can make income. And if I can make income, then I can fucking travel. And that's all I've been doing is just fucking traveling. And I really realized how far I've been and how many places I've been around the world and how far I've been able to see. I want other people to fucking see it too. Because it's like, if you can see it, you can do it. You know what I mean? If you see somebody else run a 4-minute mile, you're like, it's possible. If no one ever does it, it seems impossible. And that's what I always told people, like especially like people from England. They always had like a fun uncle, a funkle, or an uncle that was in Mozambique or Mogadishu or Mumbai, and you're like, I wouldn't know anything about Mumbai if it wasn't for this guy that actually has been there and telling me this stuff, and it puts it on the map for you. For some reason, my friends all want to go to Iceland. I don't know, maybe it's a Scandinavian thing, but they all mentioned it like in 3 separate times. We all have something in our minds that tickles our fancy, that inspires us, where we go, I want to see that one day. I still want to see Egypt. I got to see Egypt, bro. Like I just got to, not only because I almost did all of the 7 wonders of the world, but it's like, it's there for me to take. And that's what I really appreciate, is when I get a fucking chance to put my eyeballs in front of something, for me to be able to see with my own eyes life and architecture and people. That's what I'm into. I don't travel to go see things, except for like we're just talking about, like, the great wonders of the world. I go to see my friends, man. You know what I mean? I really do. I go to see these people that actually do care about me and show me love and give me that kind of shine. If we're talking about shining every morning, the kind of shine that comes from within inside. And that's where I think everybody's trying to get it. I mean, I think that they try to get it by, like, if I have this car, then it's going to happen, then I'll shine. Or as soon as somebody loves me, then I'll shine. Or As soon as I get my meds right, then I'll shine. You know what I'm saying? But that's not how it works. That's not how it's supposed to work, bro. It's supposed to be shining from within. The moment you can shine from within, thanks, Oscar. I see you, bro. The moment you can shine from within is the moment that you create your own light. I'll say it again. The moment that you can shine from within is the moment that you can create your own light. If you really want to be rich, and it's one of my shirt designs, I did the dare design and I reflipped it and it said dare instead of dare. I said rich, realizing I create happiness. I create my own fucking happiness, man. I gotta find it. If someone else doesn't want to be happy with me and create a family and create the love that I know that we had, then I have to keep knocking on another door, dude. I gotta fucking keep finding the thing that makes me happy and shine inside. My poor buddy, he was so fucked off. His wife took his house, took his kid, took his money. You know, like kicked him to the fucking curb, made him basically homeless, and put him in jail. And now he's sitting there having a good time, having a beer, having a smoke. They're selling fucking smokes for 250 baht. It's almost $1 a fucking a joint in Thailand. He's showing me they make pre-rolls now. These Nigerian guys are selling them $1 a pound, $1.50 US to smoke a joint. Like, come the fuck on. He's like, you gotta see it, Saint. And that's what I'm looking forward to. You know, my hands are freezing out here in Vegas, or I mean in Finland, just to fucking have the show and show what Finland looks like. But you pay the price. You know, I was thinking to myself, it's so weird because I make designs, right? I make my own shirt designs and I wear them and I create them. And I'm making a statement like this is who I am before I enter a room. That's what I think when I'm making a shirt, right? It says who you are before you even go into the place, right? And I'm like, you know what, dude? I'm gonna fucking I'm making this act in a new culture and I'm getting follows and I'm getting traction and I'm making some kind of income. I'm punching my dent in the universe and in that and how much passion I have for fashion. But you know who doesn't give a fuck about fashion? Nature. And nature can be cold like a motherfucker, bro. If you can't feel your toes, when we had to walk from the bar last night, we had to walk, bro. Couldn't feel my toes. I couldn't feel my fingers. I think it was -3 or something. It's ridiculous. And over in Vegas, we had to look it up. It was like 90 degrees and sunshiny days and super warm and 32 degrees Celsius, if you know what that means. And I'm just like, wow, bro. I'm doing stuff on the extreme, you know, and that's what life is extreme. The weather is extreme. It pushes itself forward. Maybe you don't want to move forward as a human being, but nature's always going to turn to autumn's always going to turn to winter, and we're blessed to even have this this fucking planet that he's even keeping us warm. So, you know, it was a sunny day yesterday. I was feeling bummed out. I was on my buddy's couch. I haven't been working out. My mental was slipping, and I don't want to slip. And then I started feeling blessed again. I was like, here are all my friends. Here's the adventure I was seeking. I need to not worry about those external things. I need to start being grateful for things. And it really has flipped me around a bit, you know. You got to turn the negatives into positives over here at Saints Addiction. And that's what I was doing. I was making myself positive again. And I was getting that energy exchange from my friends. And it's like magnetism. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to be magnetized to one thing, you're going to kind of constantly revolve on that kind of ions and protons and neurons and all this other shit starts vibing on the wrong fucking vibe. And I'm like, dude, all we got to do is start thinking about happy thoughts, right? Like, I mean, I wish it was that easy, but it kind of is. When's the last time you told yourself that you loved yourself? When was the last time that you appreciated or savored a meal? You know, that's the thing. You know, when we're doing our thing out in the world, you know, are we appreciating it? And I think a lot of us, we shit on it. We're like, it's missing something. It's missing the sauce. It's missing, I asked for extra cheese. If I had more money, right? And we do that shit all the time. And then we forget that the last meal with our friend might be our last meal with that friend, you know? What if someone that was close to us isn't around anymore? You know what I mean? And what if you were homeless? You know what I mean? Like, what if you were in Mumbai? What if you grew up in fucking somewhere else? You know what I'm saying? That's what I keep trying to explain to people. It's like we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, and that we're all supposed to have happiness, but not all of us are chasing our happiness. We might try to fucking drink it down, but that only works for a little limited amount of time. You're gonna have to actually really concentrate and fucking find it in yourself that you can be what you want to be in life, that you can knock on another door and open it. You don't know, like my buddy didn't know. He's like, I've known this girl for over 10 years. I didn't know she was gonna be here. I didn't know that was gonna land on my lap. And I'm like, exactly, bro. That's exactly right. You know, when you sit there and you don't know what the next blessing is going to bring, most of us are trying to fucking complain, but we don't know what the next wave will bring. And that's all. I just got hope. I got love. I got some pep in my step, and I feel good about it. You know, I feel good that these guys are as excited about me when one vibe was the opposite magnetism and magnetizing away from me. The other vibe was like magnetizing towards me and saying, hell yeah, bro, let's do this event. It sent their logo on time, and we're gonna make a fucking event. I'm making an event flyer, and we're gonna fucking work it out together. And just that kind of shit makes me fucking happy. It gives me something excited and look forward to. It gives me something that I can post and say, hey, I'm gonna be here, and if you support me, I need the money to get to Thailand. So I'm gonna get rid of these shirts. I'm gonna get my fucking phone back on. I'm gonna make it no matter what. I even got invited back to the fucking cabin, but I can't go because of this event. But you know, I got friends. I got summer on the inside. There, there. Yeah. This is Vanta City Center, Tikarilla. There's about a population of, there's the police station right across there. They're almost finished, bro. There's a population of 7,000 people, and of Tikarilla, and all of Vanta together combined is about 50,000 people. So it's a small community that has everything. It's got the kids park right here. You know, this is for the kindergarten schools. They got the new homes, even though nobody can afford them. I hear this one up here is worth like 636,000 euros, which is like 650,000 euros. Like, who the fuck can afford that? So most people, they're not even living in them. But I'm got my head out the window. I got that fresh air, no smog, no helicopters flying over, no airplanes, not like it was in Vegas. Fresh water, all I have to do is turn on the tap and I got water. Bam. I don't have to worry about filtered water, reverse osmosis water like I do in Vegas. People ask me, why am I here? Besides for healing my soul. You know, I said, I'm here for your fresh air, your fresh water, and your fresh women. And they fucking laugh really hard. And it's the truth, dude. You know, I'm here to fucking get this experience, but not all of it. You know, I could go without not feeling my fucking fingers. I can go without not feeling my toes, but I won't go without my friends. And that's what I'm gonna have to do, is just live with my friends and live in the light, and remember to shine, and keep looking at children without getting sad, and looking at the natural tendencies of human beings to take care of each other. This one girl last night was at the bar and she was trying to put the people wear, you have to almost wear the blankets, they have free blankets for people to wear outside when everybody's smoking their cigarettes. And this girl was like struggling with it, and I tried to help her, and she's like, oh my god, no, something. And I don't know what she said, because she's speaking Finnish, but I was just like, man, you're fucking rude, dude. Like, there are people out there that are just so fucking rude, and maybe you did need help, but you don't have to respond that way. You know what I mean? And walk, like I said, that other girl was mean mugging, and they go into the world like assholes. You know what I mean? They're laughing with their friends and hugging them, so I don't think they're complete assholes, but treating other human beings, that when we're all on this planet together, you know, there's no planet B. I know people think it's just Finland, but Finland's just Finland, bro. There are people in Sweden that just think only about Sweden, and there's people in Norway that just only think about Norway. We become isolated in our thoughts. We become very myopic, not biopic, but myopic, and we'll fucking just fixate on shit. That's what human beings do, and we don't want to see that there's a whole world out there. And that's what I told her. You know, when we were in Brazil, we had like 10 or 12 people in the truck, all get out to help this dude that fucking spilled his, like, he was on a motorbike, but he had like crates on the back. It was like a lot of crates, and he was balancing it, but he fell in the ditch and fell over. But everybody came. And I don't know if you believe in karma. I don't know if you ever had a flat tire, but by the time you help somebody else out, I believe, like they did in Brazil, we're all we have. We're all we have. There were no other human beings around. We were over all the sand dunes and everything. And if it wasn't for us to catch that dude at that time, it would have been a shit show for that dude. And I'm grateful that we were there, and I'm grateful that we could help. And that seems to be what's reoccurring with me is getting back to the Saints giving and being the guy that feeds the homeless. And I feel a vibe when I do that. You know, I haven't been doing that. It's almost like my workouts. You know, if I don't do it, I don't feel right. And I can't wait to be giving. Can't wait to come into some money and do some YouTube videos and help people. That's what Thanksgiving's all about. So, you know, more than t-shirts, it's giving and it's effort and it's energy, and it's the kind of energy that you perpetrate or push out into the world. And then are you willing to listen to people? Someone said, "Thanks, Mark. You know, most people don't want to listen." I said, "No, I understand you." To someone, I understand you. And like I feel you, I get what you're saying. I can smell what you're stepping in. You know what I mean? And that's what one of the things that was just like, okay, cool. But for that moment, we got to bond and talk about her children when I was over at their house, and they were like flipping me off and being rude little fuckers. And she's like, they don't do that shit with me. And I'm like, yeah, because their dad lacks discipline. He doesn't discipline them at all, so they're gonna do whatever the fuck they want. So it's good cop, bad cop. And I've been a teacher before, and I've had children try to play us against the middle. And I'm like, listen, lady, I'm 43 years old. I'm not gonna lie on no 5-year-old. If I tell you that your 5-year-old flipped me off, here's a photo, now you know. And you're like, oh my God. So we talked about kids, and the kids called me last night, and they were just like, is Marku there? Marku? It's like, I'm Uncle Mark, you know, I'm the fun uncle, and they show me love, and they get on the phone, and Leo's the older one, so he speaks better English, so he has to translate to his brother, but they want to call us before we went to the bar and say goodnight and just say hello, and I'm so close to the boys, you know, it makes my heart fucking smile. They really do. Sometimes it's sad, you know, when my friends glow about their daughter, and I'm like, I should have a son right now, you know, that should be me. And part of that's definitely envy, and I identify my 7 deadly sins. I try to make sure I don't have too much gluttony, but I definitely went to the cabin and ate my ass off. You would have too, with seared steaks and fucking roasted fucking potatoes and fucking awesomeness. You know, I fucking ate my heart's delight, but I try not to get that envious. I try not to be petty. I try not to fucking look at someone else's cup. I'm only looking at my cup and see how much I can fill in my cup and what I have with my time left. If I can live double 43 to 86, you know, I have this much time left. I tell my friends all the time, how many Christmases do you think we have left? You know what I mean? How many travels do we have left? How many hikes can I do on my Chevrolets, these old knees, you know, the OG knees? Only go so far, and that's why I climb Machu Picchu. That's why I go when I can. 'Cause I know you're always gonna be able to make fucking money some other day, but you can't buy time. Like facts, bro. You can't think you shine. You can't buy time. And you're gonna wish that you did or whatever. Like my buddy's saying, oh, it's expensive. And I'm like, yeah, but you need your health, bro. I don't know how much your mental health's worth. You went to the hospital, you'll know how much your health is worth. When you get that bill from the hospital, you'll pay it because your health is worth that much. And it could be a 6-figure income. And that's what some people do. They only see their bills, they don't see their potential. They don't see the potential of, I don't know, living a summer catching lobsters or being in Australia and picking vegetables or flipping some shit so they can go on their next trip. Why not? Why not live the life that you want to live? And why not live now? And that's all I got is my time. So after I lost my child, I had to really reflect and say, is this a life that I want to live? Is this the kind of lifestyle that I want to live? Like, and do I really want to live? And how do I want to live? And those concepts are really deep and they're esoteric, and I get that. But that's what my show's about. It's about deep. I'm going balls deep, but always like it deep. And it's just like I'm in the deep shit, you know. I was thinking about making a shirt going to into deep shit, but I don't know if people would really get it. But I am into deep shit, and I'm in the shit that's fucking like really deep and psychological. And I have to go inside my head and go, okay, how do I learn about my brain? And I've already learned about marketing and other people and how their brains work and their buying patterns. I mean, that's just for income sakes, but I love people. you know, and people can be very aito. That means real here in Finland, and that's what it really wanted to come down to. So I got to post up my homies that didn't get their t-shirts and make sure that they keep it real. My homies living it real in the room right now, and I'm really living my life. So I gotta really go right now because I gotta take a shower and go to my friend's house, and it's fucking cold as fuck, and I don't know how I'm gonna get over there, but I'm gonna make it happen. And that's what we do around here at Saints Addiction. We make it happen, Captain. Make sure you fucking follow Instagram, mostly Saints Giving. Give it a like. If you haven't already, Saints Addiction. You know, I'm addicted to this in a good way. And that's all I have to say about that. So peace and love. And as always, Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever in Finnish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. But I want people to comment below. It's important that other people pitch in their mental health and their hacks, mental health hacks. And that should be a good shirt too. But mental health hacks to get all of our lives up to that level that I know it can be. Peace.